USA's second oldest continuously operating canal system comes from the San Felipe Creek. Today, most of the creek is about a foot deep, filled with silt, becoming a swamp of water plants. To imagine the creek's former glory, we begin upstream from Sonic Hamburger, now closed. Gas bubbles on plants pull them upright. Some bubbles stream up from within the silt. I've snorkeled more than 60 years. Water visibility gets measured with a 2-foot diameter white disc on a rope. Most fresh water is muddy. I first saw Lake Amistad full of clean water in 1978. Plaza del Sol Mall had just opened, where we bought the mask fins and snorkels. A few days later, I found the San Felipe Creek. Upon moving to Del Rio in 1981, Libby Stool took us tubing and snorkeling on the Rio Grande, Rio Bravo, and I saw a clean river bottom that looked like a cobblestone street. Moving around to snorkel, I worked 3 years at a Miami, Florida scuba diving magazine, snorkeled 50-degree Pacific kelp forests in San Diego, lived a year in Cancun, and well over a year in La Paz, BCS. I left Del Rio in 2007, and the creek did not look like this. This canyon shows an attempt at dredging. Algae adheres to many plants. Here we begin to see the original bottom of the creek. Flanked by deep piles of silt. When underground rivers surface and slow, the particles of silt drop out of suspension. Big fish often gather motionless in the shade. These fish appear small in this video, but they average about 20 inches in length. With normal flow and less algae, these red-leaf plants glow in the sunlight like Colombia's liquid rainbow, Cano Cristales River. More fish here than on most coral reefs. This culvert has been here for decades and usually has one fish inside. And there it is. A restored San Felipe Creek would offer a shallow, child-safe snorkeling experience for ecotourism. Late June 2024, a serious drought lowered the creek about a foot, and with much less flow than normal. In Huatulco, Oaxaca, I saw plastic air mattresses, rafts with plexiglass windows to see underwater. Here we're near the footbridge and the golf course. This very shallow area's current used to be a real challenge, but with the reduced flow, it's now easy to swim through. Only once have I seen a golf ball enter the water near me. If hit, maybe give that person a prize. Under the footbridge in the golf course. In the Xel-Ha freshwater river ecotourism destination near Cancun, they prohibit snorkelers from bringing food, skin creams, sunscreen, etc. The efforts of Del Rio citizens, under guidance from the Casa de la Cultura, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and the Coalition for the San Felipe Creek, seem to have eliminated the invasive armored catfish above the blue hole. But the children's branch of Moore Park's San Felipe Creek, the original stream bed, has become a marsh. In the 1980s, the San Felipe Creek bed was beautiful bare limestone. This was a beautiful place for children as recently as 2007 at least. Fish eat mosquito larvae unless protected by the labyrinths of marshes. July 2024, Austin area Travis County reported 5 cases of dengue. Another Texas county reported the Zika virus. Marshes provide protective habitat for mosquito larvae, This June, Saltillo and Torreon reported several cases of the mosquito-borne illness dengue. Probably due to global warming and the climate chaos, the USA now reports cases of mosquito-borne malaria. In the 1980s, most of the San Felipe Creek ran over clean limestone without much algae on the plants. Today, wherever you dip your hand into the vegetation, you find deep, soft caliche dust silt. The creek from the amphitheater to Memo's restaurant once ran over clean limestone. From there to the Tardy Dam, you could see the original creek bed, a tiny canyon with small bluish clay deposits. It's now filled with silt supporting a marsh. Instead of resembling this, 7 feet deep in places, the water from the Blue Hole Dam to the Highway 90 bridge is only 10 inches deep, choked with silt. The spring-fed water of San Felipe Creek normally runs very clear and always 72 degrees at the local rock temperature. In contrast, Michigan's springs emit 50-degree water, good for about 45 minutes of swimming in a wetsuit. For swimmers from colder climates, Texas's creeks offer year-round opportunity, in the shadow of the golf course footbridge again. These fish are big. Visibility is probably over 30 feet, which is good for the ocean even. Because dams slow the flow, silt deposits have created large, shallow, muddy, water plant-choked areas only 10 inches deep, filled up with an average 5 feet of caliche silt. In the 1980s, and even into the early 2000s, the creek invited snorkeling. Now it looks like this. San Felipe Marsh on the way to becoming San Felipe Wetland. The creek under the train tracks used to be so deep that teachers brought their classes of elementary kids here to jump off. The entire creek might soon look like this in the natural progression of dams, silt deposits, to marshes, to wetlands, to forests. North Carolina just created a Blue Ridge Snorkel Trail. National Public Radio, June 30th, 2024. This is better than Texas State Park Balmorea, more beautiful than San Marcos's Innocent River, and rivals Mexico's Las Estacas, or the Galapagos of North America, Cuatro Cienegos' Rio Mesquite, and much more accessible than Brazil's Bonito. Today, silt fills much of San Felipe Creek and chokes it with water plants. To protect endangered endemic species like the Devil's River minnow, once the current gets stronger, an underwater leaf blower, an outboard motor on a raft tethered to each shore, might restore the creek in sections. Lake Amistad, Rio Grande, Devil's River, and the San Felipe Creek. Queen City? What does that even mean? Del Rio is an oasis. In the 1980s, people, even military, tubed and snorkeled the creek in Rio Grande. Today, residents do not appreciate these freshwater treasures. The local school district does not offer classes in swimming and water safety, and the young do not appreciate these valuable ecosystems. Today, we have this. It used to look more like this, and these fish are big too. Instead, we have this. In San Marcos, Texas, tube rentals earn that city over $250,000 per year. Del Rio could do something similar in ecotourism, snorkel and tube, in all of these freshwaters. Who could snorkel or tube through this? Ask older residents what this used to look like. This is degradation of an ecosystem, but we could fix it. The Sonic Hamburger building sits on the perfect spot for selling tours and renting rafts, snorkel gear, and tubes. Good Bar Restaurant still has the lockers for personal possessions. With the Devil's River, Rio Grande, Rio Bravo, Lake Amistad, and the San Felipe Creek, Del Rio could become the most important part of a year-round ecotourism trail along with San Marcos, Balmorea, and Cuatro Cienegos. USA's second oldest continuously operating canal system comes from the San Felipe Creek, marsh, or wetland. Time to decide.